Tonight, it is a retail therapy night, an unboxing video of a tarot, and we will do a flip through of this Wyspell tarot deck I got a year ago. This is my first tarot deck. And without much further ado, let us begin the after midnight unboxing live video. As a signal to the algorithm, the intended purpose of this is relaxation, and hopefully you will have an autonomous sensory meridian response from all the colors and the textures you will see tonight. Let's move this light a little closer. It looks dark. The background. Oh. Anyways. Put this over here. Maybe it's less dark that way. I'm doing the mess around. And my wand just fell over. And the other one. On time after midnight. This just came yesterday on Wednesday. This is the 999 ASMR Tarot channel. The butterflies are flying in. Butterflies. Got the sun, the moon, and the stars, and my pocket rosary. Just the beads only. Relax. Breathe. These bubbles. Can you feel the bubbles under the wrap? Can't quite pop them. They're popping on the inside. Pop, 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 little pop, pop. If you're still into the video, feel free to like and subscribe. How did 7 minutes go by so quickly? Time flies when you're having fun. Time flies in meditative states. Just get on with it. Putting your hand in an ice cave. Think Hoth and Luke Skywalker in the Hoth monster's cave. This is my happy place in here. Happy place. A happy place. In the ice cave on Hoth. You can hear the ice creaking and groaning under the stress. Morgan-Greer Tarot in a tin. $78 cards and an instruction booklet. Copyright 1979, 1993, and 2001. 5. This is my first time seeing this. Maybe the first time for you too. This has been, oh, there's a dent in the box. Somebody must have got mad and kicked it. Or they dropped it. Little white book. My butterfly is lighting off. They're flying in, flying around. This one's falling off too. Yes, I got them off a cake. I'm a cheapskate, you know. See if we can focus that. 6 of Pentacles. Generosity is repaid through material prosperity. U.S. Games. Morgan-Greer Tarot, illustrated by Bill Greer, under the direction of Lloyd Morgan, published by U.S. Game Systems, Stamford, California, USA. Oh, it's made in China. Let's see the size compared to a full-size tarot card. So, full-size tarot card, just smaller. It's not new news. This is old news. Sometimes, though, old news is good. feel stretched thin from too much to do, too much work, too much life. We're stretching right now, stretching this plastic, stretching. I need some help here. Put that over there. Cards are kind of flimsy, but they're thin. I don't have to riffle shuffle. Look how brightly colored they are. Wow. So let's begin. Already I like the colors. She looks like a nun. Roll away. Roll away. Stars. Sun, moon, stars. Moon, scarab, stars. Moon scarab. Tarot is a good show. I was watching, listening to meditation music there earlier. Very relaxing. To put me in the mood. The Empress. Very blue. Blue is a feminine color. Red is a masculine color. Green, the color of the natural world. Yellow, of solar intelligence, divinity, vital energy. These are the meaning of the colors in Marseille. Black encases the outlines of things in the world, giving them borders and definition. And the color of skin tone means physical, concrete reality. And the Empress, surrounded by green in concrete reality, vital energy of the sun, and the spirit of receptivity flowing past her in the sky and in the water. The Pope. The keys to the kingdom. loving themselves in the green natural world. White, purity, wisdom, infinite possibilities exists in this love, bounded by feminine, masculine, and shadowy night energy. Brown, the color of the earth. A brown man and a feminine woman with masculine energy surrounding her head. This looks a lot like the Marseille Wheel of Fortune. More Marseille influence than Rider-Waite. Look, it's almost the same concept. A crank on the wheel. In the Marseille, you are the one who's turning the wheel. Here, it's being turned by an outside force. I'll just put this over here. Interesting. All that blue. She kind of looks like the Pope. The Hanged Man. Yeah, and this one also looks like from the Marseille Tarot. Look. The same kind of a thing going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, look at that. Interesting. So it's kind of like a hybrid between the Marseille and, but with more modern figures. And there's the Death card. What would be interesting to see is if the Moon card and the Death card are similar. Temperance. I'm still trying to show temperance here. And the Devil. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of like the top Devil card. The Tower. The Star. And here we go with the Moon. So no, the Death card. See, in the Rider-Waite Tarot, the Moon card has these towers in it, which is, and these towers also are in the Death card. So back here is the same towers as in the Moon card, the same realm. Moon card, but right back here, Devil, Temperance, Death. No, I do not see the Moon card in the Death card. So that's also the same in the Marseille Tarot. So it really is way more similar to the Marseille Tarot. Right there. So yeah, very much so. Marseille is a heavier influence than Rider-Waite. I just love the colors in this thing. Just interesting. It kind of reminds me of swords. What is it? Seven of Swords. Six of Swords. Traveling the world. Ace of Rods. So that too, they're going into rods instead of batons. All that blue. So much blue. The blue within blue. Yellow. Wow. This feels good. There's a really nice feel to it. Nice energy. Feel that. Feel that energy. Give it to you. Of stability. Of structure. Of home. Feel that. Ship in the background. An explorer on the seas of femininity and the greenness, the green and the blue of the sea. The world behind you, juggling this energy of the star, powered by the sun, and powered by the sun and masculine energy, brown of the earth, of this world, the birds kind of reminds me of what the voyage of the dawn treader, C.S. Lewis. So quiet. I almost feel euphoric right now. Interesting. Justice. Balancing things. Cultivating the fields. Cultivating your life work. Standing back to watch things grow. To grow strong and grow big. And grow and add vitality to your life. Work hard. I like the fact that the flesh tones look like the shapes of the face look like many people, and not just one people. For you imagining the RWS into many people, all people of this earth. We were all created to be free and equal. So the major arcana have a heavy Marseille influence. Don't forget to breathe in love. So thin, but colors are fantastic. Hopefully the stream is clear. I worry about that all the time. Up close and personal. Blind choice between one reality and another. Choose wisely. Under the moon, under the sky. The vitality of the sun is in you. Four of Swords. This doesn't look like a very restful state with all this anxiety hanging over you but suspended. But maybe it's you're keeping it at a distance while you rest from the weariness of your days. And you have a night, your night, shielded from these stabs of pain coming at you. It almost looks like the Emperor Palpatine there, or like a Sith creature. A red sun on Tatooine or Coruscant, collecting up the swords of the Jedi. Ah, 6 of Swords. That is what the Judgment card reminded me of. That's interesting. Of course, you can see a flip through this deck and other places. But this is the only place you will see one done on an art table, surrounded by a Mary and her child, a Jesus, in the backdrop, of a seascape. And that's the end of this deck. Very colorful, very vibrant. Very modern looking. Not quite as modern as the Lightseer Tarot. It's like that. It's like it. Kind of cartoonish. Not quite like big anime eyes. Yellow with a bit of red mixed in. Blue, 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 blue. Yellow with white mixed in. Blue with some red mixed in. Brilliant blue, blue. That Seven of Swords is kind of like this card. There is a similarity there. See? There's what? The boat. And look, they're over water too. It looks almost like it's a same type of setup. Maybe there's a third individual in this boat, just as there is in this box. Yeah, it's out of order now. But that's okay. Maybe we'll shuffle and see how it shuffles. Shuffle's nice. My butterflies want to fall off. It's a nice feel to it. I wasn't going to shuffle them, but did. Nice paper noises. There's no feeling like it's going to be too bendy, like you're going to bend up the cards too much. But my butterfly wants to fall off my finger. There you go. I think probably the bridging is probably not such a good idea. These cards will probably last longer if you overhand shuffle and minimize on the riffle shuffling. Sword energy. So, for just a star energy, that is what this deck wants to give us, star energy. Mixing two different kinds of waters into the pool, kind of like a temperance thing. Water from the stars. For my friend Ken, who I learned today had a massive stroke. An old college friend. Almost a year ago. I want to pray for him for a speedy recovery. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Ken, for his healing, now, until the end of time. Amen. Of course, he probably wouldn't like that, being that he is an atheist. But this star energy is for us. It's for him. And what does it say in the little white book about star energy? Enlightenment, inspiration, purification, finding your inner light. Yes, enlightenment, inspiration, the inspiration of the stars, of that solar energy, of the energy of blue, feminine receptive energy. And it is blue and red, the vitality of the male, the vitality of the female. Mixing the waters of masculine and feminine together to form something new. But then the waters are separated and going off on their own directions. Maybe. The star for you. All right, let's go move on. My first tarot. It's not my first one, but it's my second one. I'll do this is a Wyspell Tarot. It's not in, it's not in order. I've been using this my own personal deck. I use this one, and made by Wyspell Company. It's a really nice box. Kind of magnetic closure here. Discover the incredible wisdom of the tarot and bask in all its magic. It's a nice little guidebook. So, Wyspell Tarot has gilded edges, and it shuffles really nice. Their cards are plastic. gold. One of the things about this tarot is that sometimes when the light is right, not with this, some of these you can see red in them. You can see red and the gold. I don't, with indoor light it's kind of harder to see that, but we got these nice edges. When the gilding wears off, I'll get another one. So this is a Rider-Waite clone deck, and it's similar, but it's different. They've reimagined it just a little bit. So, like, for instance, in sunlight, and depending on the time of the day, sometime you'll see like fire in this light refracting through and getting a reddish tone in the gold parts. We'll just kind of go through here pretty quickly here. I guess I can make them upright again. Yeah, so the difference, I mean, with the Morgan-Greer, you had masculine and feminine energies, and they were pouring them out of these faces. But here, they are going into the pool, but both are flowing into the pool. It's interesting how everyone imagines these things just a little bit differently. And here are the differing from the Rider-Waite is that well, they kind of all look Caucasian, I guess. I like that with the Morgan-Greer because they don't necessarily look Caucasian. And that's a good thing. Now these guys look like hobbits. Remember the Hobbit in first book of the Lord of the Rings, that Fellowship of the Ring, and as the Frodo, Sam, and Pippin and Merry are fleeing from the Shire and they're crossing the Brandywine River. That's what these guys look like. They look like hobbits. Is pretty well traditional Rider-Waite. But you know, this guy's features do look. They do look like they've updated the facial features so that not everyone just appears Caucasian with different colored skin. Maybe if I twist this right, I can show you that fire effect. got loose fitting pants, kind of like a dancer. Who's this in the stained glass? Is that like a Madonna figure? I'm going to disassemble my backdrop here. Is that who that is? I think it is. This is their Christian symbolism that exists in tarot, and we have, it's like no wonder why the first time I picked up this deck that I had such a strong energetic connection to it. It is, but the Jesus in this is a bit older, more like that 12-year-old boy that goes into the temple to overturn the money changer wheels. So resting, taking rest from your days, putting your sword away, keeping the anxiety away through your prayers. That's what the message of this card is to me right now when I think in terms of this image being very much the same or similar. Direction. Most of the people in this deck are Caucasian, but not everyone. Some are more Mediterranean. Interesting. Justice. This light is kind of interfering with things. Seven of Pentacles. Ten of Swords. T and Tarot. I asked him, like, in January, in a live reading about the election cycle, and this is the card that came up. It was, this was one of the cards anyway, that came up for the results of the end of 2024 election year. And this gives me that, this one also reminds me of Narnia, a Narnia book, The Silver Chair, with the knight But that night was like in a chair, in a magic chair, not on a horseback, sharing his wisdom or her wisdom. The lovers that are in the Garden of Eden. The Hanged Man, and you see that we looked at with the Marseille Tarot versus the Rider-Waite Tarot. And the Morgan-Greer was very much this design and not this design. But on a tree, yeah, they are the same. Interesting. Well, what's this? The King of Wands there. The Chariot. He's handling the globe or this ball of glass. For the amount of time that people stay in here reminds me of something else, but I'm not going to mention it. Right, we got this. Seven cups of choices. 7 cups of illusion. Choices. The first time I saw this card, the very, very first time I thought in terms of it as being in the dark, being in a dark place. But I don't know that that is true. But that was the first time I saw it, Mike. I like this. It says all this action, jaction, kind of comic bookish. If a stick comes popping into the reality, thrust through the clouds, it would have such action, power, the power of fire. Those cards all look the same in most tarots. Celebration, cooperation, love, friendship. 3 cups of wine. And this guy in the sky is trying to lure him away from his funk. is a definitely not a Caucasian. Hmm. No, it's always a woman that is bound by their anxiety and their strife in these cards. 6 cups of nostalgia now. And the choices. Making choices on Mustafar, Padme on Mustafar with 2 Jedi swords. And so here we have that moon image of the 2 towers. I'm just going to put this over here. Let me go back in and looking for the moon card. Oh, there it is. So we have that image of the towers from the death card and the moon card. And just on the other side of the towers, it is a realm of sunshine. And you can see that in here. Now we're here, it's at night, but the night will get dispelled by the day. And over here, the sun is coming up. It's not just the sun and the moon, it's just the sun is coming up into the day. And so that is where you have like this end of a cycle thing. I'm going to put that one back in like that. And then we got the Pope, the keys to the kingdom of heaven and earth. The world. I wonder if I can get it to do that, to give it that fire effect. Do I need to like change the tone of the light from red? Yeah, let's do that. Add a little red into my light. No, not that one. There. The fiery butterflies flying into the world. Temperance. On the bottom of the deck was Temperance. This is the Temperance card here. This is the 999 ASMR Tarot. Today we just did a little bit of both ASMR and Tarot. Let's pull a card from here to close out the evening. Then to say prayers for my friend from college. I'm very grieved to know that grieved to hear about your stroke. And I didn't hear about it sooner because I've taken a giant step back from Facebook. I just rarely ever log in anymore. And I've been wondering about my friend. And well, that's weird. I haven't seen my friend for a while. I wonder how my friend is doing. The algorithm has us kind of on different pages. But then, since I rarely log into Facebook anymore, a lot of it's because of the fundamentalist Christians. And not really wanting to take the shunning or the lectures from the fundamentalist Christians about tarot. Of course, before the tarot, my Christianity was suspect because of my politics and being a Catholic. That also makes you automatically suspect. So, what does it say? It's got the Tower. Those are the energies that fell out. So one world ends and another world begins. And it morphs it into here. I haven't really looked at this guidebook too much, but we'll look at what this means from the standpoint of the Wyspell Tarot guidebook, or the classic tarot. Tower, well, we know what that means. But I'll read that page. Disaster, destruction, upheaval, trauma, sudden change, chaos. The old ways are no longer useful, and you must find another way, another set of beliefs, values, processes to take their place. In love, the Tower signifies breakup, weak relationships, ending, foundational shift in your view of love and career, sudden job loss, workplace disruption, workplace chaos, financial loss, wake-up call regarding finances. The meaning of these changes foreshadowed by this card will entail the comprehension of the truth, which will make you free. The truth, which will free yourself, which you free yourself from false constructions in your life and determine the true value of yourself. The realization that you are in a world of hurt financially, followed by a new reality in the Queen of Swords. Honest, independent, principled, fair, providing constructive criticism, objective perspective. The Queen of Swords represents strength, intellectual power, and high perceptivity. The asker may, I don't know if I can say that. The asker may be experiencing fear about stepping into their full power. This could include struggles with setting boundaries or expressing their voice. Upright meaning for love, picky about lovers, independent partner, boundaries, career, constructive criticism, wise guidance, respect in field, upright meaning finances, acting with logic, reason, and clarity. So to get out of this, yes, you need clarity. Your sharp mind and sense of justice helped you to achieve a good position. You are much more interested in career and ambition than simple human emotions. And so that's the little guidebook. This is actually a pretty exhaustive guidebook for with both a upright meaning and the reverse meaning. And pretty good construction too. It's fairly classic meanings. There it is. This is the Wyspell Classic Tarot with gilded edges. Very shuffleable. Very nice. It's an improvement of the original. I mean, if you go and take a look. And here's like the 1909 tarot. And so for looking at just how the faces look. Oh, there went one of my lights, so I'm gonna have to cut this off, but let's just go looking for that Queen of Swords. I use this deck mostly as a reference. Queen of Wands. And look, this scene was different. Whereas in the Wyspell, this scene was very much this scene. Very Christian in orientation. But this one is different. Here the people's faces are very similar. They're all Caucasian for the most part. Didn't find it, but I know it's here. You can see there are all these Caucasian faces, which is kind of nice about these other tarots. They update that, and and draw the Caucasian away, or not completely, but then again, the tarot, the Rider-Waite tarot is firmly rooted in Anglo-Saxon culture. And then we'll put this back. So, thank you for hanging out with me. This is 999 ASMR Tarot. Sun, moon, and stars. My leather ring. And my cake rings. I'd like to have some cake. But you know, since I started taking the metformin, I'm not as hungry as I used to be. In case you don't know, metformin is a diabetes drug, but I have pre-diabetes, not full on diabetes. Hopefully I won't just always stay within pre-diabetes range. But that's enough of me. So let's look at the crystal ball a little bit. This is tarot textures. Light. Sound. Absence of sound. Let's see how. Butterflies. Butterfly eyes. With this energy of masculine energy and the color of the sun, masculine energy, and then with the purple, which is a touch of the feminine, but this is mostly sun, man, and a slight tinge of feminine receptivity in that ring. And this one is it's all man and the sun. These cool patterns. I should just turn the video off, huh? I have my new wands. They're drying up now, but this is apple blossoms. Save the apple blossoms. Off a tree where some of the tree was grafted in from my grandmother. She's been gone since 1993, October 1993. And it has two different trees in one tree. few different blossom types like this. This time in the video, you should be asleep. Sleep. Sleep tight, friends. Sleep tight, knowing that nature is with you. The masculine energy of the source of life, the innocence, the purity, the wisdom of the source of life is with you, and the sun, the vitality of the sun, watching over and protecting you from danger while you sleep. Well, good night, my friends. Sleep well. This is 999 ASMR Tarot, flying off into your dreams.